Empowerment House podcast. First of all, let me give you a little bit of an introduction as to what Empowerment House actually is. Empowerment House is a business dedicated and committed to the empowerment of females, and the way in which we do that is by creating, enabling and empowering environments for women to visit and meet other like-minded females and become empowered together. The podcast is another enabling environment for women to come to and talk about their story, their journey, their challenges. We may look at a woman and see her as super successful, but actually there's a lot more to it than that, and that's what we'll discuss on the show. So first off, for our number one show, we've got the fabulous Alex McCormack. Alex, I'll let you introduce yourself properly.
Okay, so as Marie said, I'm Alex, I'm 22, and I'm a makeup artist and nail technician, and social media queen from Liverpool, obviously. You couldn't tell by my accent.
Liverpool accent.
That needs no introduction, does it? To you, Meg. So, if you want to find me on Instagram, it's Alex Louise Beauty and Alex Louise Nails. Make sure we love the follows and the likes over here, we really do. I've been in and around the beauty industry on and off for like 4 years because I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. In and around social media for the same amount of time. As a hobby, then as a job. Now as a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And if you'd have asked me what I wanted to do when I was 16, I'd have told you I wanted to be a lawyer. So, massive U-turn there.
Yeah. Okay then, so further to that, because that's really interesting. When you were 16, you wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Where's the crossover? What happened? What inspired you to not go there?
I mean, it wasn't like from A to B, so...
Yeah.
Really wanted to do law, was really interested in it, still am really interested in it,
yeah.
Law and politics. I also wanted to be a politician at one point.
You can do it all. We know this.
Do you know what? Get me for PR, I'm telling you. Really was interested in law and politics, and I still am, I still follow politics very heavily. The problem is that I didn't want to work within it.
Yeah.
So whereas in my head it was going to be great, a bit like Legally Blonde, you know.
Yeah.
all the glam and the seriousness of it
yeah.
at the same time. I'd done some work experience and I got to thinking maybe this isn't for me, as much as I'm interested in it as a hobby, not for me as a career. So went to uni, did an English language degree. Halfway through my English language degree I did makeup training as well to become a makeup artist, because I'd always been interested in makeup. Since I started work when I was 16, I was working for a women's clothing store, and it was all like mother of the bride, mother of the groom, prom dresses.
Yeah.
So, and we had to wear their clothes as uniform. So I wanted to go in with hair done and nails done and makeup done, and became interested in that industry again as a hobby.
Yeah. Got
to 19 and was like, right, this is the industry for me. Sack this English degree, we're going to work through it, but I don't want to do it, we're going to do makeup. Did my makeup training. I went, oh no, this isn't for me either, you know.
That's what happens.
I just didn't know what I wanted.
Peaks and troughs.
I've been all over the place, to be honest with you. So, finished my degree, started working as a social media executive for a small business, running their social media accounts. But again, the business I was working for was attached to a salon. So, I was kind of catapulted back into that industry, back into beauty.
It's almost like the universe has got a message for you, Alex.
Yeah, it is, because do you know, once by the time I'd got everything I felt like I could get out of that job, it came to January last year, and I just said, I think it's about time that I stopped messing around now and got back into the industry that I've been in and out of and dipped in and out of since I was like 16. I need to start taking it seriously now, because this is for me, it's where I thrive. I love being in a salon, I love the creativity of it, love the clients that you meet, love the people that I work with, and that's how I ended up back in a salon. So it was like I took the longest road around to get there, and it took me, what, 5 years to get there, but I did do it eventually.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it. It's the bit about the journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, on the journey of deciding what it is that you really want to do, you have to, you know, overcome the little obstacles, and you have to find out what you don't want to do.
Yeah, you definitely, but you've got to explore everything that interests you. Because I think you're 16 in school and you're being forced to choose what you want to do for your GCSEs, and that's going to impact what you do for your A-levels, which is going to impact what you do at uni if you want to go to uni. So you've got to make an important decision.
You're spending so many years. You're investing all those years of your life on education, on then going to uni, and then a lot of our youth will get halfway through their degree and they'll admit to themselves,
this isn't for me.
This isn't what, and the brave ones will go, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
Because they've got to own that. This is a challenge, this is a lesson, but you've got to learn that lesson.
You've got to learn from it, definitely.
So be brave, be bold. Not everyone's going to be made up because you're telling them that you don't want to do your degree no more, you're halfway through. They're going to have that chat with you where they go, are you sure? Are you sure? But it's like, you've already had that chat to get to this point of being brave enough to say, don't want to do it no more.
Exactly.
But it's like, with your journey, what I'm hearing is you keep getting drawn back into the beauty. So you've gone to uni, you work for a successful business, you're doing all these things, and what's come is beauty and social media, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's there, but also I get this entrepreneurial spirit vibe from you.
I do. I've always loved the business side of life, of everything that I've done.
Yeah.
I have always been interested in that, not the financial side, because I'm absolutely horrendous at maths.
Yeah.
Don't take the business side as the financial side, not the same thing. But I love the thought of building a brand and of pushing a brand to its potential.
Yeah.
So for the salon where I'm based, I run their social media as well. Glitter Hair Beauty, make sure you follow us. But the thing is, when I started working there, our social media was just non-existent.
Yeah.
We had accounts, the salon has accounts, we were not showing off our talent.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to come to a point where you need someone to go in and say, we are talented, but we need to show it off. And that is something that's difficult, because when you're working for yourself, it's so easy to come across as being big-headed. I can do a set of nails and be like, they're amazing. Yeah. And people go, you think a lot of yourself, don't you? But if you're not your own biggest fan, no one else will
absolutely.
Be. You've got to be.
Yeah.
You've got to be your own biggest fan and your own biggest critic. So you've got to sit and pick your own work apart, because if not, you'll never learn and you'll never get better. Absolutely. But you've also got to get to the point where you look at something and go, I am proud of that, and I've done that. And
own that, celebrate it.
Because if not, no one else is ever going to be that for you. Other people will be your critics and other people will be your fans, but they're never going to be the extreme ends of the spectrum that you need. You need that to push yourself as a business.
100%.
So I've got no shame in walking in and saying to someone, that's amazing, but you're not showing it off well enough, or that's good but it could be better.
See, that's the part of you that I see as the entrepreneur, almost the consultant. So you come in, like, have you seen those super nanny programs where the kids are running riot, the super nanny comes in and they're going to fix the kids, it's going to be fine, and they come in and they have a little sit and they watch and they observe and then they make the notes. So it's like, you've observed, you've seen, it's like they've got this bucket, loads of holes, they're losing loads of clients because they're not maximising on everything. So the social media is the part where you say you're not maximising, so it's like, surely isn't that the path that you could kind of, because that is a business in itself.
Yeah.
And you managed Empowerment House social media in the beginning. You're the one who got it off the ground, so it's like, if you can do that for places, for businesses, you know, surely you should be kind of like, don't you want to? Aren't you like curious?
I have done it on and off again, and I think the thing for me is that it got to a point where I was doing social media and I was doing makeup and nails, and I love both of them. But in terms of what I want from life, I feel like such a grown-up saying, in terms of what I want from life, because in my head I'm still 18 with no responsibilities, but it's not true. I think I had to sit down and look at it realistically and say, I can do social media or I can do the beauty side, but at the minute I can't do both. I was spreading myself too thin, which wasn't good for me in terms of my mental health as well, because it was really, I have got a tendency to just burn myself out, and I know I'm bad for it.
I know that. You drive, and you drive hard. When you were doing the Empowerment House stuff,
I am my own biggest nightmare, because I do not switch off from it. One of my clients messaged me the other evening for an appointment, and it was like 11 o'clock. I saw the message and I replied, and she said, you are meant to be in bed. She was like, why are you replying to me? And I was like, but you've messaged me, so of course I'm going to reply. And she was like, please ignore my message until the morning. When your clients are saying that you know that you're taking it too far. But I think in terms of doing social media on a wider basis, or just sticking to doing it for the salon where I'm happy and comfortable and where I'm also building my own business within the salon, it made more sense for me to do that at the minute. So I still love it, I still keep up to date with everything social media, and obviously I'm still getting the chance to run accounts because I run my accounts and the salon accounts and some of the girls' accounts, but I needed something which felt a bit more solid for me, and that's what felt more, solid for me.
This is a personal, informed decision.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And who knows what might happen down the line.
Yeah, 100%.
But today, and for this, you know, this part of the journey, this is what you choose.
Yeah.
And again, choice isn't everything.
Yeah,
so
100%.
No one's influenced you to do this. No one's kind of tried to get you to do what they want you to do. This is Alex saying, this is what I choose. This is what I'm doing for me.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing it. I've got a plan. So that's empowering in itself.
Yeah.
And you have got your plan, haven't you?
Yeah, because I know what I want from life. When people say, oh, you're too young to know what you want. Well, you didn't think I was too young when I was 16 and I had to make all these important decisions. I mean, looking back now at people who I know who are like 16, 17, 18, I go, God, you're such a baby. Like, not in a patronising way, but in a how were we ever expected to make those choices? But I do think then you get to being in your 20s and there's all of a sudden a lot more expectation than you ever had when you were in your teens, but you're in such a better position to go, I've already had to make important decisions, so now I know that I am capable of making an important decision, and this is the decision I'm making which is best for me and what I want from life at this moment in time. So you've got to just ignore what everyone else says. It's nice to have other people's opinions, it's nice to get other people's thoughts, but ultimately you've got to just go, okay, your opinion's very nice in an ideal world, but for me, I know that this is what I need to do. So I think it's really important to...
Yeah, I agree. I think also the industry that you're in, it does carry a certain amount of stigma.
Yeah, definitely.
I know you came to the pilot back in June, and from the first moment that I met you, I knew this is a confident, this is an accomplished, this is a brave, you know, tenacious young female, and I'm just like, I'm drawn to this woman, I'm drawn to this energy. And then even I did it. As soon as you said beauty industry, I've gone, do you know what? I really thought you were going to tell me something like this, or this. So I'm like, this girl's taught me, because even I had that snap first 3-second judgment of, I thought you were going to tell me you were a lawyer or a politician. I wasn't expecting beauty industry. So then I've had that word with myself because you've gave me that lesson. And, you know, we've had those straight talks where you've told me straight, you know, well, why? Ask me the question, why? So it is, like, what do you say to that, Alex? People who do underestimate the industry?
I think from when I was young, it was always kind of a unspoken, but still very much there stereotype that if you're a bit stupid, it makes sense for you to go and work in the beauty industry. And if you work in the beauty industry, you must be a bit stupid. And I think it's so easy to believe that when you've not been anywhere near the industry other than to go and get a treatment in a salon. And even when I did my makeup training, a girl said to me, oh, but you're smart, you're doing a degree, why are you doing this as well? And I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean, why am I doing this as well? And she was like, well, I'm stupid, that's why I'm doing this. And I thought, you're not stupid, because you're going to be working with people on a face-to-face basis where you've got to run your own business, you've got to build your own client base, you've got to advertise yourself, you've got to deal with difficult customers, you've got to understand that people are coming to you and telling you their life story, and you've just got to take that. People come and sit in our chairs and tell us everything about themselves. They talk about their own mental health, their family, their struggles. It's not like we then go and talk about our clients in the back and, you know, sit and have a good little moan about them. You don't. Your client tells you something, you're then a confidant and a friend to that person. So there's nothing stupid about it. You've got to have something about you. Not to mention the fact that, especially with nails and hair, you're working with chemicals. You know, you've got to make sure you're not damaging your client's skin or their scalp, that you're not going to take someone's hair off with too much bleach, for example. So I think it's quite a naive point of view to think that you're stupid if you're in this industry, and it is something that now infuriates me, because
I don't blame you.
It's one of them, people go, oh, is that what you do? And they kind of smirk at you as if like, oh, bless you, that's what you do, that's cute, isn't it? And I go, oh, it's not really cute about it, to be honest. If you'd like to take a brush and give it a go, then come back to me and ask me if I'm stupid, or if my colleagues are stupid, or, you know, your neighbour who's doing hair and makeup training, ask if she's stupid once you've actually put yourself in that situation.
So for anyone watching now who is still of that old view, hopefully we've just educated them, but what is your little last message going to be on that point?
I just think put yourself in other people's perspective and don't judge a book by its cover, especially in this industry.
Yeah,
treat other people how you want to be treated.
Yeah,
definitely.
Totally don't underestimate.
No, not at all.
You know, I love that. It's like we think we know, but how can you assume when you've never walked? You know, it's like take your shoes off, pass them to the person. I dare you to walk a mile in my shoes and then tell me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it is that. Well, I learned so. Thank you for educating me on that point. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all guilty of it. We have an assumption wherever we pick it up from. I don't know, society or social media or whatever. But you can't use that excuse forever. It's up to you to get educated and informed on what is real and what's not real. That's part of the empowerment of knowing yourself and kind of also respecting other women and celebrating their successes and celebrating them as an empowered female or a female on the journey to trying to achieve or trying to become, you know, whatever it is that they're striving for.
Yeah.
We need to be each other's biggest cheerleader. And
I think it is, as you say, it's important to educate yourself. You can't expect people to just tell you what you need to know, because that's in life, but in every aspect of it. You've got to go out of your way and go, I don't know about this and I've got a bit of an ignorant opinion, how can I change that? And talk to other people, talk to other women, educate yourself, because that's how you learn. You don't learn if you don't communicate with people. You can sit in a little ignorant bubble your whole life. You're not going to get anywhere doing that. Once you start to open yourself up to being told that you're wrong and to, you know, building on that and learning from that, the world's a different place to you, 100%.
It's so true. It's such a true story. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend most time with.
Yeah.
So I feel like the message in that little quote is to go out there and spend time with people who take you far out of your comfort zone. When you're around them, at first maybe you're intimidated. I don't know, maybe you feel, I can't be in this room with them. They're them.
Yeah.
No, be around them, because they're the ones that are going to get you to grow. So it's like, go out there and find the people that you'd be most afraid of and that you would never go near, and go and be by them and go and be with them, connect with them, because you'll learn.
Remember that they're probably just as intimidated to be around you, because I think you pick up your own biggest flaws. Other people don't look at you and judge you based on what you hate about yourself. So when I worked in a shop selling clothes, we'd have people trying stuff on and say, oh, can you let me know what you think of this on me? We're talking to a stranger, we don't know them. I'd look at them and go, that looks amazing. You know, I absolutely love this. Try it with this bag, try it with this accessory. And they'd go, what about my belly? What about my arms? And you think, I haven't even looked at your arms. It's not even crossed my mind to look at the parts of you that I would think she might dislike that about herself. Because what we're seeing is the full picture, but you pick up on the small bits about yourself. So you've got to stop picking up on them small bits and start seeing yourself as a whole person. And the way that you see other people, they see you the same way.
So further to that, what you've just said, there's a wise man, also the producer of the show, Chase Lynch, who said to me, be the you that I see.
I love that.
So when you walk in the room and I just see this accomplished, fantastic, confident woman, don't come in and tell me, yes, I'm a mess and I did this and I did that. Own that we are inspired and that we see you as, because, you know, bask in that glory, you know, just own it, take it. It's like your nearest and dearest, your close friends and all that, they're the people that you can kind of, you know, confide in and talk about your insecurities and be vulnerable. But in this room, you are magnificent. So do you know what I mean? So it's like that thing of be that. But now what I want to do is I want to get back into the social media side of it, only because what you did with mine. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how does that work? So you go in, you identify, what does Alex do? What's in your toolkit?
So I'll use the salon as an example because it's the longest running example and the best example I can give you. I went in, they gave me access to all their accounts, which at the time they were just reposting photos from like Pinterest and other Instagram accounts and like quote photos, which is lovely, but doesn't tell me anything about them as a business. I don't look at that and go, wow, oh, I know that they've got this hairdresser, that hairdresser, this nail tech, whoever. I look at it and go, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it, really? I don't know what I can get from that salon, or who's working there, or how many years experience they've got, all that. So we start off with a bit of getting the social media up to brand. So I know their brand, it's very much based on their name. I know the inside of the salon, I know the girls. We start then teaching them how to take their own photos, because ideally I could spend all day every day with any business I work with, following them around, taking photos, producing content for them. Realistically, there's not enough hours in the day. You know, I know everyone says you've got the same hours in the day as Beyonce, but Beyonce's got a personal assistant and a nutritionist and a chef and a
she doesn't have to do her own admin.
She doesn't have to do her own admin. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, you know, when you've got to do your own admin and do someone else's, there's really not enough time in the day. Do you know what I mean?
Scheduling posts and all
this. It takes time. You've got to be on the ball with it. So the biggest aim for me is to educate people, because I don't see it as like I've got this skill and you can't have this skill. I see it as I've got this skill. I know enough about what I'm doing to then teach you at least the basics, so I can say to you, right, if you want to get something from it, this is what you need to do. And I can give you examples from my own pages to say this is what I did and this is what I got from it. We're now at the point where we've overhauled the page and the photos are so much better.
Oh, Sienna is your biggest fan. It's amazing. That page is fantastic.
Love your Sienna, by the way. Absolutely going to be storming the world when she's older.
You are a social media influencer, and you're even reaching the 7-year-olds. Now, come on, Alex.
I know, but I just think, to me, I would never use the word influencer to describe myself or what I do.
That side of the influencing thing, I'm not feeling that.
Well, it's not only that, but I would just more say, all I do is go and sit on my social media and be me. And I go to the salon social media and be all of us. So I know everyone within the salon, I know our whole vibe, our whole attitude. Any business I've worked in the past, that's the one thing I want to try and find out. I want to know, you know, what gets them going, what makes them tick, what grinds their gears. I want to know what we can and can't post. I want to know the ins and outs of it all. I want to know what you find aesthetically pleasing to look at and what you would look at and go, would never look at that. You get to know that client base. But I think ultimately you've got to just be real with it, and that's so hard in a social media driven world. But
100%.
You've got to, you're your biggest influence, and you are the biggest influence to other people when you are yourself. Because if you're pretending to be someone else, you can only keep up that, you know, that show that you're putting on for so long.
I think so, and I think what I like about your pages and stuff is that you are so authentic in that you practice what you post, because you don't use filters and you don't, you know, mess with it all. Like the filters that you'll use will be the ones that you use to bring your brand in line.
So for example, on my makeup page, if I'm posting product shots, to me, to look at, if they're not all on the same colour scheme, it kind of stresses me out. So I have got a filter that I'll put on which makes everything a little bit more pink toned, just because I feel like it makes it more identifiable as me. If I'm posting a photo,
it's total brand.
It's not like
it's not trying to make you skinny or trying to make you take away that scar. Or
that is an issue within the beauty industry, is photo as and it is the biggest issue within the industry for me, because I've had so many clients, older clients especially, come in and say, I've never had my makeup done before, and I've never wanted to get it done because I don't look like them girls on Instagram. Well, I can tell you for free advice here, those girls don't look like those girls on Instagram. Because it takes 2 minutes to edit a photo. It literally takes 2 minutes, and it makes me angry that sometimes clients are having their photos edited without their consent. So you can walk away from an appointment and see a photo of yourself on Instagram and go, God, do you think I look like that? But that's because you don't. That's because the artist has sat and, you know, smoothed your skin out and made your eyes look a bit brighter and whitened your teeth on the photo or whatever. That's something I'll never ever do, hands on heart, because it's not real. Your work should speak for itself, but at the end of the day, everyone's got texture to their skin, everyone's got, you know, lines and wrinkles, everyone's got something going on, everyone gets spots, and
take that away?
Well, the idea of makeup is to enhance what you've got, not to, you know, paint over you and make you look completely different.
Yeah.
So if you've got texture on your skin, or if you've got a, you know, a birthmark or a beauty spot, I don't want to take that away.
So these are part of your values. These are the Alex McCormack nails and makeup. These are the values.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the same with nail photos. You say to people, can I take a photo? And they go, I don't like my hands. Why? What have your hands done throughout your life?
Yeah, I love it.
You know, you couldn't, you know, I imagine that now you'd struggle to get through your day without your hands.
Yeah.
If you really had to, you'd do it. But, you know, you wake up every day and you pick up your phone and you make your breakfast and you look after your kids and everything with that one part of your body. So why not celebrate it? Why are you judging it?
Yeah, totally. Love yourself completely.
I'm
inside
big
and
on,
out.
I mean, I'm not going to take on your advice, but I'm big on giving it to other people, in terms of I don't ever want a client to walk away thinking, oh God, I still don't look like that person on Instagram. Well, no, you look like you.
Yeah.
You look gorgeous, but you ultimately look like you. You don't want your friends and family to not recognise you when you walk in a room. You want them to go, oh my God, you look incredible, but we know who you are. You still look recognisable.
Yeah, I think it's essential. I think the most important aspect is the more of us that kind of take that on, you know, this is me.
Yeah.
Warts, scars, skin conditions, whatever and all. And I'm loving it, so.
Yeah, but you've got to just, I mean, I've got really bad eczema and people go, your skin's gorgeous. My skin is a result of a very intense skincare routine. It's not, it does not look like this if I start slacking on that skincare routine, do you know what I mean? It looks a holy show. And people go, oh no, it looks amazing. And I'm like, it looks amazing because I spent an hour last night with a face mask on. Like, it's nothing.
This is earned. I earned this.
Yeah, I worked for this. This is not, I did not wake up like this, you know what I mean? And, oh, your lashes look lovely, or your brows look amazing. Yeah, that's because I've sat trying to make them look natural, but really they're full of products. Like, do you know what I mean? You've got to, you know,
it's the reality of it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
you're not trying to make out like, yeah, this is me, woke up like this.
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah, this took work.
I also think as well, like, people will say, oh, you work in a salon, you must be really glamorous. No, absolutely not. Don't walk into a salon and expect us to look good. We look the worst in there, let me tell you, because, do you know, by the time I've done everyone else's face, can I be bothered painting my own? No, not a chance. Under duress, and I really have to. But, you know, other than that, not a chance. Same with hairdressers. We're all the same. We walk in and it's, if I've got time to make myself look nice, then that means I've potentially turned down the chance to make someone else look and feel nice. I'm never going to do that. So you've got to just accept what you look like, and your clients have got to accept it. But I think if you're not bothered, they're not either. They don't notice. It's those things when you point them out. Yeah,
definitely. If you were to give advice out to anyone who's looking to maybe start their own business and use their social media as a platform to get their brand out there, what kind of advice would you give?
Shamelessly self-promote you and your brand. Get yourself social media. Don't be afraid to rebrand it if you need to. But share your own posts to your personal pages. Tell your friends and family. It would mean a lot if they were to give you a like, give you a follow. Start off with them as your base. Suppose they become like your bread and butter in terms of who supports you, and then you build on that. But I think if you start off and just expect it to come without any work,
the quantum leap,
you're not going to get there. You've got to accept that there'll be days where you might lose 10 followers in a day. It's just a number, so don't focus too much on it. As long as you're not losing 10 real life clients in a day, then, or you know, or customers, whatever you're doing, then followers don't really matter. But if you are wanting to start a business, you've got to have an online presence, and you've got to keep it a positive place and a real place, and somewhere that represents you, and somewhere that represents your brand. And you can't just have it as a, you know, a second personal account. I've got a personal account for me where I've got photos of friends and family and, you know, pictures from going to the zoo and whatever. My business page is so much different to that. The business page is polished and thought out, and I've got to post this here, and I know I've got to post this up because I'm working with a brand and this needs to fit with my theme. You've got to have that separation. So don't make your business account a second personal one. Do have that bit of separation in them. So
from that social media aspect, if there's anyone listening and they feel like they could do with a bit of advice, are people okay to reach out to you on that?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you've got a question and I can answer it, I'm not going to not answer it, or you know, send me a fiver and then I'll answer your question. We're not going to be like that. If there's anything we can do to help a small business, and Liverpool especially is so like full of small businesses, it's a really good example, and they all support each other. If you look at their social media, supporting other businesses will help your business 100%. Don't be afraid to, you know, share the love as well. You're not giving, you know, business to your competitor by sharing the love. What you're doing is saying, we're all in this industry together, we can help and support each other.
There'll be women, I don't know, older teenagers, whatever, females sat there now with an idea, okay? Now we're gonna kind of, they're watching us now, they've got the idea. What would your advice be to that young female? It might not be a young female, it could be a 40-something-year-old woman who's changing her career direction, she's got a business idea. What's step one? Sort
your own idea out before you go telling people about it. So I've just said be your own biggest fan, and you've got to be. When I started my makeup page, it started as more of a blog page with makeup like as the main topic. And I didn't start it under my own name. I started it under like a brand name, which I've only just changed because now I want people to know it was me. At the time, that was such like a comfort to me, knowing that it was only people who I wanted to know about it could know about it until I figured it out. And then once I'd figured it out and I was, you know, feeling more confident about it, I wanted the world to see it, because you're not as afraid then of falling down, or, you know,
almost
not getting to where you need to be.
It's almost your safety net.
Yeah, it was. But
so step one is you get clear first.
Yeah, definitely.
Get clear about what it is that you're selling. Kind of like sell the solution rather than the product.
Yeah.
So for you, beauty, you know, you're selling the solution of what can't do your own hair, can't do your own makeup. That's fine, because we do this. So it's like, you know what I mean? So sell the solution, get your plan in place, be clear on what it is that you are offering.
Figure out what you want your brand to look like. Figure out what colours you want, you know, your brand to be represented by. And things like what font, as silly as it sounds, you want something that represents you and that is memorable
throughout, across the board.
But take that first, you know, month, 2 months, however long you need to figure that out, and be a bit inconsistent until you've got what's right for you. Don't rush into it and think, right, I've got to do it right now, and I've got to have 1,000 followers, and I've got to have a brand, and I've just got to decide straight away. You don't. You can start building the business and start, you know, get the ball rolling. Don't be afraid to take your time to do it.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
No, definitely.
Do it imperfectly, because it's through your imperfection that you'll learn your biggest lesson.
And the other biggest piece of advice I could give is, don't ever think that you're too good to stop learning. I think if you get to the point where you think, well, I know everything there is to know, you kind of end up on going in the wrong direction then, because you never, you know, you don't know what you don't know.
That's so true. I think, so we're coming close to the end now, and I think what I'd like to end this discussion on is the point of, as soon as the student is ready to learn, the master will show up. Do you know what I mean? And you will learn everything. As soon as you're in that position of, I'm ready to learn now, I'm ready to take it all in, ready to throw away my ego and learn something new, that's the point where you will experience your biggest leap of growth and progress, because as soon as you're ready to take it in and listen to understand and understand to use, then it's like the sky's the limit.
Do you know the best example I can give you of that is the two amazing women, Carly and Stacey, who are in the salon where I'm based. I went in and they've got like years of experience in the beauty industry that I haven't got, and I've got social media experience that they haven't got. And once we got to the point where we went, okay, I can teach you this and you can teach me that, it's unreal what you can learn from other people, because they
empowering women.
They taught me about stuff about the beauty industry I wouldn't have had a clue, and I've taught them about social media things that they wouldn't have had a clue on, and we're all thriving now in that environment, and that's the best feeling.
I love it. The sheer collaboration. Empowers women, empowering women, collaborating, and before you know it, it's like this amazing synergy, you know, starts to happen, and that's what it's about, isn't it?
Definitely.
So we'll wind it up there. I think this has been quite an interesting and fantastic conversation, and it will be interesting to hear viewers' comments and views on what we've discussed. What is your view? What do you think about the topics that we've touched upon in this conversation? So we'll bring it to an end now. So if anyone wants to find you, Alex, what's the best? What are your social media handles?
Best way to find me is probably through Instagram, and it's Alex Louise Beauty and Alex Louise Nails. Both of them underscore after them. Either of them I'm contactable through. Best way to find me.
Excellent. Because like what we've said, empowered women empower women.